Oh, we're back with more Dota 2. Alliance versus Vega, Game 3. I'm Eddie Pixel, this is Ben Malini Woo. The game has started. Let's drop ourselves into the draft, see what we've got going on so far. So, Ben, Game 3, Vega grabbed the Phoenix. Alliance, they'll take the Void as the first pick. Immediately, was this Vengeful Spirit, bit of a counter to the Void as well, ways to deal with the Chronosphere. It's going to be the opening here. So again, Game 3, we continue to see things slightly different from both teams. It's not what we've seen in Game 1 and Game 2 for sure.
More team fight from Alliance, which I think is what they lacked heavily in the last game. Brood I like more as a 5th pick. They have been picking it 4th a lot because it's worked out for them so well, but things might change after they have a little bit less success with it. We've seen Faces Void Phoenix picked up as a duo very often, very frequently, so the Phoenix kind of nice to take it away from Alliance as well as have some team fight of your own.
I'm just to see what Alliance wants to combo with this Void. And if they do prioritize Loader's pick early on, because we've seen that Vega, they're very open to taking away those key Loader heroes.
But they didn't take Slardar, which I think is kind of curious.
That's true, yeah.
If I were Alliance, I would have expected them to take Slardar. They're on Dire, and
it's
extremely good.
Oh, now Jakiro, is he extremely good, Ben?
Turn to ban.
Yeah, I think he's really good. I think that Alliance...
It's great with, and it is a hero that EGM does love to play.
Alliances turn to ban.
The Brood ban. I mean, it didn't win them the game last time, but it's a game that's incredibly reliable for Bulldog. We've seen today that if he gets his Brood, he himself has a fine time. So, you think it's the right idea from Vega, just take it out? Suddenly you've got a huge issue off a huge kind of weight off your mind. No having to worry about
drafted it into an Axe and a Darkseer last game, so the Brood game was much more difficult than it should have been. And this came out before the Broodmother pick. So it could have been worse for the Broodmother had they not drafted Lifestealer. Although the Lifestealer ended up working for them in the end, it was the laning phase that could have been a lot worse for them. The Jakiro is curious for Alliance because they do run it aggro occasionally. I've seen a Jakiro Sky +1 lane coming out from them. But it is really good at taking down towers. And they actually seem to lack that hero that can hit towers, if they don't have the DK for S4, if they don't have the Terrorblade for Loda. They really don't have that many heroes that can just straight take the tower. Occasionally they pick Death Prophet and Lycan, but I would say much less so than other teams.
Again, the Terrorblade ban. It's really kind of created a name for itself today from Loda's perspective on Alliance. 3 wins. Let's not be the first team to try and take a game against that incredibly successful hero for the side of Alliance. Vega take it out. Alliance in response, see how they want to deal with the threat of the Phoenix, the Vengeful Spirit. Disruptor hero is still available. I guess, sorry, no, for Phoenix and Vengeful, they've got the 2 supports. There's not going to be a Disrupt this game.
There's still Death Prophet available. I think Death Prophet is...
Death Prophet is a bit, you think that's a bit of a worry here? I mean, the lifesteal. I think, the lifesteal is a safe ban. Unless you wanted to play it yourself, but at the same time, this very well could be a Loader Faceless Void. For sure. There's definitely potential for that to happen. Vega Squadron. Still looking for their 3 cores. See what kind of ways they want to play around the Void. Everything that Alliance have gone for. As we said, they've got that flexibility. Bulldog could be picking it up. Loader as well.
Reserve time.
A couple of ways that they can play it, that they can lane it. Let's see what kind of route Vega want to go down. If it is indeed, as you said, maybe looking towards the Death Prophet.
I think Slardar or Death Prophet, because I think Death Prophet's a little bit more contested in between the 2 teams because it has great synergy with Faceless Void, and is also, I think, pretty good at dealing with Chrono because you can survive if you get a couple of siphons off before, and you can also do damage if you're on the opposite side.
I mean, and the silence is so good against the Void. I mean, this is a hero that's not going to be building a BKB straight up, or have any kind of way of removing a silence.
What else is there?
Could you try running a Drow strat this game if you're Vega?
Oh yeah, Drow's pretty good. It's a good option.
If you want to go for that in the game 3. Obviously, Alliance ready to want to go for kind of push. It's another range hero, maybe opening up the potential for a Drow. But Bat will be the pickup. Alliance, let's see how they react to this one. If they want to try and get some kind of save potential, there is still a Dazzle available if Ake wants to pick that up this game.
Dazzle is just not good at all versus the Bat Rider.
Okay, it's not strong enough to kind of just keep them alive. You need to actually disrupt it. Yeah.
Yeah, I think we've seen Oracle was much better as a solution against the Bat Rider. Slark is also a really good solution. Vengeful, but that's clearly already taken by Vega. Or Rubik, I think, is also pretty good, but EGM usually plays Jakiro.
Yeah, I was gonna. It's got to be likely to be EGM on Jack. Let's see how Alliance want to do this one. They've only got to worry about one more ban. At the same time, Vega do need 2 cores as well, so we'll see if they pick up a core, or if indeed it is just going to be the support pickup.
They could still do Brew.
Brew again?
Yeah, Brew's not that good with Faces Void though. But I think he's decent versus like Vega's team fight. You want a team fight mid.
They get the call. I mean, this is something that's actually been banned out a few times against Alliance, so understandable why they pick it up at this stage.
Are they Cuddle Bristling? Cuddle Storm? I do not like Storm so much versus their lineup.
10 seconds remaining.
What other things combo with Bristle or Keeper? We've seen
5
PL
seconds
occasionally,
remaining.
but that's not
It's
nearly
not
as popular as before.
Yeah. I think using a
Reserve
Bristle
time.
wouldn't be too bad here. You don't care about being lassoed. Even if the Supernova stun gets you, you're not really too fussed, too phased if you've got a few items under your belt and can just get your back turned.
I would say Night Stalker would be really good for Vega, but they already have all 2 positions that the Night Stalkers can take.
Well, unless it's obviously support Phoenix, support Venge, mid Bat Rider, leaves the offlane open for a Night Stalker.
No one.
Oh, I like that. Well, I think this, as well as you were saying, this kind of takes it away from Alliance, because I think Alliance, high chance that they were going to pick this up themselves. And I imagine this is this going to be the mid Bat and the offlane Bristle, or are we talking offlane Bat, safe lane Bristle?
I think generally offlane Bat.
Offlane Bat.
Have we seen no one play Bat? I don't think so.
10 seconds
Have we not?
remaining.
There's a
I
lot
wanna
of
say
teams
we
that
have.
just don't play it.
I mean, I know no one's a great player on Heroes Like the Puck,
5
and I want to say,
seconds
the
remaining.
playmakers, you can pull off a good Bat performance.
Yeah, generally he's a scaling.
But I
core,
guess
though.
Mag Bat is
Reserve
one
time.
of his signatures, so.
Darkseer, Centaur, and Bat Rider.
And Bat.
is what I think.
That's what he falls back to. So I think, Mag Bat, safe lane Bristle, you're still looking for the mid lane on Vega. Alliance, I said they do pick up something that's going to combo nicely with the call. There must be a reason why they want to pick it. I mean, I guess obviously already wave clear, push to just synergize and allow Jakiro to get in once the wave's been taken.
If they really wanted Bristle Cuddle, they could have just picked the Bristle
10
first.
seconds
Because
remaining.
Vega would be forced.
Yeah.
They'd be forced to run a core Venge at that point
5
if they wanted to pick up a
seconds
Cuddle.
remaining.
Actually, going to be an Alliance going for the puck this game.
Vega squadrons
Okay.
turn to ban.
I mean, obviously, the S4 Classic. But I'm looking at Alliance's lineup. And I want to. That has got to be surely an offlane Void, because
10
where's your
seconds
damage on
remaining.
Alliance?
Jakiro, Cuddle, Puck.
Is that enough?
If you have a
5
Veil,
seconds
those
remaining.
3 heroes do a lot of damage.
But you got to win in the first 30, 40 minutes.
Nah, I don't think so.
You know?
Reserve time.
Okay.
Faceless Void, very
Yeah.
good anti-BKB. Jakiro,
Well, what'd you build on the Void? Is it Battle Fury game, man to Defusal?
there's a lot of farming builds you can go.
Yeah.
You can go Manta Diffusal,
Yeah.
which I don't think is that great versus their lineup, although Manta's pretty good. I think Maelstrom's pretty good. Battle Fury's pretty good. If you want to go heavy farm, you have to keep her light, so you have extra mobility. So like a
Okay.
typical core that can't farm that well can farm a lot better with keep her light in the game.
10 seconds remaining.
All right, I mean,
But these 3 heroes do a lot of magic damage, and they have
5
no BKB
seconds
heroes on Vega.
remaining.
Maybe Bat
that
Rider.
is true.
but-
That is true. But you've got a lot of other core items you need to get first.
Yeah, and he's
Yeah.
offlane, which is a bigger
Alliances.
deal.
Yeah,
than
that's
if
what
he was
Alliance is thinking. And Vega, they are seeing this as an offlane Void. They ban out Loda's Naga. So Loda here, with what we'd imagine
So
to be his
it's a
hero,
heavy
unless they
carry.
want to put Void in that safe lane position, get Loda playing it. But I just feel that you're lacking a bit of the old punch.
Gyro, I
10
still think is pretty
seconds
good.
remaining.
Jar again?
Yeah, they might not do it just because it
What about the
did
Sven?
well.
Just getting the Sven out. Well, it's
Sven's
nicely with the puck
okay.
control, but I guess it's not too great with the Void. He gets on the edge of the cleave. It's going to be a Medusa for Loda.
Vega
Keep her
squadrons
Medusa.
turn to pick.
give her that mana.
Yeah, kind of fill up the old tank, give her a bit more extra into the shield.
Dude, Medusa's been very popular.
Medusa's in
lately.
a good place. That is for certain.
10 seconds remaining.
Now,
Alchemist.
okay, so the final pick will be Alchemist. So it is indeed going to be, no one playing Bristle. I imagine it's going to be no one back on the safe lane, F in the mid on the Alch, and as you said, the off lane Bat Rider. So this Alliance draft, indeed, is going to be an interesting one to see. The Alchemist as the final pick. Why do you think that was the way that Vega wanted to go down? They just recognizing you got a Medusa. If this goes late, you'll be in a good position. But suddenly we've got an Alchemist, so we'll be in a good position as well.
Yeah, I think overall this best of 3 has been very slow-paced and very greed-oriented. So what better hero than Alchemist in that category? And they see that Admiral Bulldog has a scaling core as opposed to someone like a Batrider, so that's also important. If they only have one farming core, then you're not really that scared of the late game. But if they have 2, which they typically do, but occasionally they don't, then you want outscaling of your own. And Batrider doesn't scale that well, so you need your other 2 to scale very well. In terms of other things, though, the Bristle is very poor versus the time dilation from Faceless Void.
That's true, yeah. Bulldog,
it's really
great
bad
hero against that.
Because Bristles usually don't go Greaves and they don't go Lotus Orbs, and they definitely don't go Yules.
He might go Greaves this game.
He might go Greaves.
He might, because I mean, there's no. I guess unless, no, Phoenix, would he pick up the mech this game?
Phoenix almost never.
No, not anymore. Is it? No, it's just
pretty
Midas
rare.
Into.
It's more like Midas, Shivas, or
you're right.
Aether.
So yeah, I guess mech carrier. You are going to look towards the Bristle. So maybe he will get the Greaves this game.
I think it's important for him this game.
Greaves, I guess, are better against this lineup as well than necessarily a Crimson Guard.
Yeah.
Yeah, you'd rather have Greaves in this situation sooner. Especially, as you said, because of the time dilation.
He could
that's
just tank it up.
Flies.
You could tank up
Just
and
walk
just
through
like not rely on self-casting the spray, but that's a big problem.
Yeah, I mean, I guess at the same time, you look at Alliance's lineup, they've got a lot of damage that can kind of inadvertently hit the Bristle back. You can kind of waltz into it. It's, you know, with Jakiro laying down his spells, the split shots, the blast from Kotl. There's a lot of ways that he can get caught out, and the passive will be procced. Here we have it, though, as we get ourselves in. So the deciding matchup here in the upper bracket of the groups. Alliance versus Vega. Quite a series that it's been so far. Let's see how we finish up here with the last game of Vega versus Alliance. Smoke up from Vega as they move out. Let's see what happens here. We'll be able to go for a quick rundown of the teams as we get ourselves ready for this one on the side of Alliance. So Admiral Bulldog on his off-lane Faithless Voids. S4, mid lane Puck. Ake on the old man on the horse. Cole's going to be brought into the fray. EGM on his Jakiro. He loves that hero. I will see how well he's able to play at this game. Loader on the Medusa. And then back up to the side of Vega. Mags, Batrider. No one on the Bristle. Solo, Vengeful Spirit. FN Alchemist. And last but not least, the Slayer himself, Shoma, on that Phoenix.
So Ake, we saw him earlier on the Dire Iron Talon Jungle Keeper, and this time it's the Radiant. I think it's a little bit less efficient because you don't have access to 3 camps with an easy reach. You only have access to 2, so I'm curious to see how he plays this one out. Looks like he will just cliff jungle to the south of the medium camp, so that's kind of cool, but you can't pull 3 camps. I think he pulled 3 camps last time.
Okay, but you can't do that on Radiant?
It's very difficult. You can pull the right 3, but I don't think you can pull like the left 3.
Let's see what kind of plays Ake's got in store for us here as he sets up his camp in the jungle. Let's have a look indeed.
The battle begins.
And the loader Medusa. I mean, you talked about obviously the great way that the Kotl can work with it to keep him topped up with the mana shield. Overall, is the Medusa going to be a huge issue for Vega's lineup if it does go late? Is the Medusa going to outscale the lineup, or are Vega still going to have a chance because of the Alchemist?
You generally outscale lineups that don't have good like Mantle Diffusal carriers or just mana burn in general. They do have some issues because Alchemist farms way faster than Medusa, even if you have recall available to you. And you don't want to just stand there. There's some, like, a lot of lineups you're just okay with standing there as a Medusa, but if you stand there versus Vega's lineup, you will get a lot of napalm stacks, you will burn. Medusas don't pick up BKB, and you will tank a lot of Bristle spray stacks, so it's a little bit more difficult for the Medusa this game than a normal Medusa game.
Showing the Slayer just coming in to disrupt the mid a little bit. Help out FN. S4, we'll see how he's able to play this lane against the Alchemist. Bottom lane, Loader, he is going to be getting a free time. Mag's already headed straight into the jungle on the Batrider. So a total free farm situation for this Medusa this game, Ben.
Yeah, he does have 2 range creeps, so it looks like Phoenix will move in and swoop in and get some of that free XP. Admiral Bulldog trying to get his level 2 on top.
Just playing around the tree line. Ake starting to get the stacks up, clear some of this camp. And we can indeed expect to see very fast leveling from the Keeper of the Light. And I guess this is something as well that, considering all the heroes that Vega have, they're not going to be doing anything to disrupt Ake's farm. He's going to be absolutely fine for the first 5 or so minutes that he wants to stick in the jungle.
Last time we saw him, he stacked up the large camp a lot of times, and if you get too many magic resist camps, it's just simply too inefficient to do it. So they can look for a smoke timing with the Bat Rider to invade the jungle, or the Alchemist, or the Bristleback. Like, any of these heroes can slay the stack from Keeper Light, so I think he just has to be a little bit more careful to...
Top lane. I mean, it's the stacks. They build up too much on Bulldog.
Did you catch that?
He's trying to play around with his time walk. I did not, Ben. I didn't expect that. I was looking up there earlier, and Bulldog was kind of playing with him. He was getting too many stacks of the Bristle up. Jumping in again. He needs to be careful in this lane. You can't allow this to happen. A bit of a misplay, really. It's not a place that you expect to see the Void dying, necessarily.
And no stick from him. No. But kind of going for the greedy build with the Quelling Blade. I think the safe off-lane play is just go stick, but that's okay.
Show me the Slayer actually moving around as well as this Phoenix. Did come over to get a bit of a look in onto Ake's progression. But as we can see, top lane again, Bulldog is playing greedily here. No one's actually going to pop the mango. 2 stacks, 3 stacks onto him. Oh no, Bulldog, what is going on? He's going to die again. He's dead again. This is just bad play at the moment, Ben, from him.
Yep. Kind of. I've been in a situation before where you try and leap down that cliff.
It's just not big enough.
It's just, yeah. That's what she said.
Unfortunate start here with the Void. 2 deaths. Uncharacteristic as well. Bulldog all rounds had a really good day today. So he's got to kind of hold on to that. Make sure he doesn't give up another death on his top
is
lane.
it Iron Talon jungle time already for Bulldog? Is he ditching the lane this early with a Caudal jungle? Wow.
Oh, the Venge Bristle was too much for him.
Yep. Time to Iron Talon.
I mean, looking at the safe lane as well. Yeah, Loda and and No One.
Wow, he's level 4 on Phoenix? Dang.
And this is a Phoenix that's been roaming around a lot as well, so it's quite impressive that he's found this much.
I saw him a few minutes ago, he just had a branch.
I think other than this top lane, everything else pretty much even across the map. Mid lane, being a wash as expected. Bulldog has a haste rune. He's going to play around with him again.
Uh-oh, are they going to be able to contest this bounty rune? Looks like they're going to give FN a free one. That's a level 3 greed. Yum.
A bit of a push coming in on the bottom lane. Loader and EGM just keep the pressure up onto this tower. We got Mag coming in, level 4. Already forced back immediately.
Iron Talon Bat? Dude, everyone gets Iron Talon. What on earth?
Oh, what, 3 Iron Talons in the game at the moment?
That is correct.
It's a good item.
Is it that good?
The pros say so.
To get 3 though, this early. Whoops.
They get the Steward as well hit. And I want to come back in for Ake. He's trying to do something here towards the mid lane, but it's going to be hard to do. Yeah, we're showing the Slayer hanging around.
Uh-oh, FN ate the ward from the low ground, so they know they definitely have some vision on that high ground.
And FN now level 6. So he's going to be very hard to deal with. FN's had the start that he needed. He's got over that first kind of hurdle, climbing his way towards the ultimate. And load it. Level 6, phase boot's done as well. It will be interesting to see how much they can get done with this Medusa. I mean, some teams we've seen, you know, they do like to use the potential of the Medusa in the early fights. Obviously, they just like to focus on the farming. Do you think we'll see much kind of activity from Loader across the map on the Medusa, or will he just sit in his lane? Mid lane. He can drop. FN's going for the smart TP out, and he might just make it here, and he will. Oh no, the Dream Coil! It killed him in base. The snapback ended up killing, and they do lose the Coil in return. But yeah, TP's out. Gets himself back home, but it's going to be in a casket.
Dire's bottom tower is under attack.
The thing about having the Keeper is that you can sit in your lane and you can fight at the same time because of recall.
Yep.
I think it's one of the biggest strengths and not talked about enough with the Keeper Light. Yeah, he has a nice heal. Yeah, he has the flying daytime vision, but the recall is like a lot of Core's dream where you don't have to commit. You don't have to waste a slot for TPs. You don't have to commit to BOTs, and you can split push all the lanes out without having to really pick and choose and putting things on cooldown. So that's one of Deuce's biggest weakness, I think, is their lack of mobility. So there's the off question in between whether or not you get treads or phase boost on the Medusa. And in theory, the treads is a lot better. You can int treads for better returns on your Mystic Snake. You can also, pump out your mana pool with a mana shield. Agility gives you a lot more damage, but phase boots is the choice for a lot of players because you move in between the neutral camps a lot faster with Medusa. And she's just so slow. Like you're just slithing around. You're like, oh, I wish I could be here. You don't have a natural way to chase people down, or else people run into you. So it's mostly just to increase your farming speed. And it helps with your last hit a little bit because her damage is not that great, especially if you have.
Batrider will get an eye as well on this. Nice play from Mag.
Dang, Ake's level 6. Pretty good timing.
Top lane again, no one.
Oh, he still hasn't bought a stick for his Bristle. I think there's like 3 heroes in the game you always buy stick versus. Zeus, Batrider, and Bristleback.
Oh, S4. That's a lovely TP Dream Core. No one's going to go for the immediate TP. They haven't got any cancel. They'll find the kill onto Solo, though. I guess there's certainly one thing they're lacking. In fact, kind of stun-wise, it's Dream Coil and Chronosphere. I guess the Ice Path, but yeah, at the moment EGM's just been based down on this bottom lane alongside Loader.
They're getting pretty good levels on these supports. We talked about the Phoenix being very high level, but Alliance supports are getting a lot out of that jungle time. FN, pretty slow on his armlet this game. He's actually going for the Soul Ring and the armlet, not a build that I see too often. And one reason why they might have picked the Dusa too is to be able to contest the Ancient stacks. We see a lot from Alchemist and the Bristleback, so I think that's also consideration because they have a really good early team fight aside from the Medusa. The Medusa does have the early split shot, which can contest the Bristle stack, but Bristle's not off lane, so maybe not that viable in this game, but it is something to consider.
And I guess the question is as well, you talked about how well it would work with this lineup. S4, does he get the Veil first then, before the Blink Dagger?
I think so.
Yeah.
He has 2 nulls.
Yeah.
It's just incredibly good with their lineup, and Mystic Snake also does a fair amount of magic damage. And I think you need a lot of damage if you want to kill an Alchemist with the armor, if you don't have an AA.
Yeah, and I guess you can kind of rely on Bulldog to land the Chronos first. You're looking at him to kind of be the gap closer, the initiator. So Dream Coil certainly isn't the thing that you're looking to use every time. On the Blink Silence initiation, you can rely on that Void to get in there head first. And a smoke up from Vega.
Ooh, this is an early smoke, because Batrider, there's no way he has Blink right now. No. He's been sitting in lane too much and not having that great of CS, but they will be trying to get rid of this Cuddle, but he's in a pretty well-fortified position. And
they might find EGM. Looks like he's going to be the one to tank the gank at EGM. Anyway, they can play this way around this. He starts to back up. Loader has got a Stone Gaze, yeah. That will be enough to hold back this gank from Vega, as, they have to retreat. So it's a nice backup there from the Dusa. Loader coming in to keep EGM safe and sound. And Vega have been rumbled. They are looking to move towards the mid lane. Try and find Ake. He's been... Get the angle. No, he looks like he's safe behind the cover of the tree line. Gust comes through, and Vega do just back up. So Vega unable to find anything there, and indeed S4 now with the Veil complete. If they can get the lock on to anyone on Vega, throw down the combo. That's a huge amount of magical burst at this stage of the game, as we talked about.
And Keeper already with half of his Scepter. Vega, even if that gank didn't work out, it was kind of ill-conceived because they did not have a Blink Dagger and they did not have swap on Vengeful Spear, but they did plop this nice as a reward.
Top lane. Bulldog is going to lead straight in with the Chronosphere. No one. He's got a mech, but the burst too much from S4. Veil and the 1-2. Go get the kill, get the deny as well. They may even be able to turn it to a successful push. Tier 1 still is at full health on the top lane, but nice reaction, nice play there from them. Taking down this Bristle, of course, it is the safe lane Bristle as well, so a big kill for Alliance.
Meanwhile, Alchemist closing in on his Relic. It's going to be pretty close to that 12-minute. 12-minute is like the dream Armlet Radiance. But he has a Soul Ring, so slow it down by a minute. So he still has a pretty close to dream game. He's been getting a lot of bounty runes.
EGM caught out by Mag's lasso. Easy kill onto the Jakiro. TP coming in on the top lane. Not ready to fight. S4 and Bulldog. Eyes onto no one. You've also got Ake moving back round. They'll drop the Dream Coil for this. He's actually going to be able to dodge out the Illuminate, but the Dream Coil snap connects. Do they actually have the damage to bring this man down? It looks like they don't. They've got to get themselves out, so Dream Coil used to no avail, even with the Veil. Thanks, man. It's been a long day.
All right, Alchemist getting in there. Look at his farm.
Tower is under attack.
Yeah, this is a good game for Out. No doubt about that. Good game for Aghanims as well if it gets to that point.
Are you a fan of the bristleback axe?
I think it can be a bit of good fun.
Do you know what it does?
Yeah, it's the goo on it.
Yeah, I've
But
seen
they changed it to make it even better, didn't they? They removed the cast point or something.
Something like that.
Yeah, they made it even better. But maybe if the game gets to that point, I mean, going by the rate of game 1 and game 2, there's certainly a chance that it will be drawn out to that stage. But it could be nice.
Yeah, I guess they have all axe bearers.
Radiant's I mean, this is the exact timing you're talking about, Ben. 12 minutes in.
Yeah, that's,
on top of Soaring
the
Armor.
dream.
This is... How do you stop this out? I guess, as you said, if you catch him outside of Ultimate, you've got a lot of magical burst. And that, of course, one of the ways of dealing with an Alchemist. So, Radiant's mischance, not something that you're too fussed about, because at the moment, you're not really relying on the right clicks to bring down your heroes.
Nope.
The burn's certainly still going to be annoying, especially for S4 once he does get that Blink Dagger online, halfway towards on top of the Veil.
And Mag's Blink Dagger coming out
pretty
darn late. He has no deaths, but it's still very late Blink Dagger. 15 minutes, and it's kind of understandable because FN has been hogging the jungle, as what Alchemists do. They don't have any... They don't have too many stacks reduced. They have some Ancients. But if Alk gets his hands on those...
Oh, dear.
Because Loda only has 1 point in Split Shot. I don't think he'll take Stone Gaze at level 11. It's not that great of an upgrade. 1 second more. Did they change it? They did change it. It used to be 30, 40, 50% bonus physical, but then they scaled the duration. So maybe it is worth picking it up now.
Well, the extra level.
Yeah. It used to be 30% extra physical damage and then 40 and 50, and the duration was the same. But I think now you're like, wow, I might actually want another point in there now with the way that it scales.
But I mean, how many times are you likely really to petrify the enemy Vega? Surely they're going to be pretty good in terms
when they're in Chronosphere.
I guess, yeah. If you
when
do
they're
that,
in Coil.
Yeah, it does certainly make it harder for them to play around.
Yeah. It's not too unlikely. I think another level Split Shot might be a lot better though, because he really needs to catch up in farm. He is like half of Alchemist, or she is half of Alchemist net worth at this point. That's very staggering.
Yeah, this is FN having an absolute game of his life. I mean, I wonder what the GPM is being shown for this man at this stage. Yeah, he's already 875.
Oh yeah, okay, another bounty rune.
It's
why not?
His GPM is ridiculous. But at this stage, I mean, I know he's an Alchemist, but to have that at what 14 minutes in, nearing on 900 GPM, it's just a fantastic start.
Why not, man?
Good old Alk.
S4, no Blink Dagger yet. He does have an Invis rune. I don't see too much detection.
This is the Mag Blink Dagger reveal, but they head up to the high ground. S4's Invis might work towards Alliance's advantage here if they could continue to move in. On the high ground, actually going to recall S4 away. It's taken up into the top lane, so S4's not going to be there. So this is going to leave Loda on his own. Loda could be in trouble, but they'll go for Bulldog instead. Mag gets the jump, the lasso, brings them back into the rest of the team, and they'll beat down on the dog.
Too many wards set up in Radiant jungle.
Yeah, triple wards there. The Orion's belt of wards from Vega.
It's
working out nicely there, allowing them to get those pickoffs. And they're straight into Roche for the side as well. Vega looking to just maintain this insane amount of growth that they've got in the net worth department. And Alliance not able to do anything about this. They'll focus on taking the tier 1 mid. Okay, now just have that accident. Actually, they're going to smoke and go Roche, but it's too late. Vega's already done it. FN has the Aegis, and they're out.
And that's a very fast axe coming out from Ake. We talked about Alk being farm, but I think Kotal might make up for this.
Okay, well, we'll see how much Ake is able to get done. You can see Loda. I mean, he's leading the way here. Ready to try and find something. They're looking to wrap around. They've got a creep wave here. They could finish off the tier 2 bottom. Looks like that will be the play from Alliance. Vega just staggering themselves back to base.
I'm a little surprised they gave the Aegis to Alk, because he's usually just split pushing and not really with the team. I think Bristle, if they want to contest Alliance's push, then they give it to Bristleback, because him dying twice and everyone taking sprays, it's almost guaranteed that you win the team fight if they focus on the Bristle first.
Alliance already teasing the high ground of Vega. I mean, is this one way that they can deal with the Alchemist Alliance? Because of how well this Alchemist has started, they need to close this game off. Because do they ever have a chance on catching up with the Alchemist?
You chrono him and kill him, you get like 2,000 gold.
I guess he's a big cash cow.
Maybe not 2,000. Maybe like 1,100.
They
do have the Ags, so maybe they can threaten some high ground push, but I don't know. The longer you stay alive versus Brazil, the more damage you take.
S4 jumping in with a two-man Dream Coil. That case there as well. Can they take these boys down? Solo, he'll fall. They take them down another. Supernova will come out, but EGM and Bulldog, they're on the trail. Can they pop the egg? They can. They find a second. Less onto Ake, but Bulldog with the chrono onto Mag. They're looking to take down more. They found three. Eyes onto Noah. He's trying to beat down onto Ake. Will get the kill. FN's now turned up to the fight. No one's going to simply TP himself straight out of there. FN's going to continue to chase. It's a 3-for-1 at the moment for Alliance. They're happy with that. EGM TP's out. They'll get the rest away. A very nice fight there for Alliance. Great play as well with the setup Dream Call. Ake bringing in the backup with the recall.
Why did he Manta there? I thought he would have been really close to getting the kill with Manta with the armlet on. Regardless, the Alchemist still farming away, and he is the #1 farmer on Vega by a large margin. And without that, don't really see the net worth going too well for Alliance. Loda did pick up more levels of split shot and will take down this ancient stack slowly, but it will be under the watchful eye of this observer ward, and FN already heading over there. He wants this money. Oh no. Everyone's heading here.
Oh god. Alliance, they need to do something about this. It's not the biggest of stacks, but it's a good gold swing. Vega, easy money, easy life. Alliance have been robbed. The Ancients are dead.
I think that makes up for the 3-man death that they just had.
Oh, trying to throw down the spells, trying to go for some action, but FN with Concoction. Oh! Shakiro's dead. His 3-man Dream Call. Where's the follow-up though? It's on its way. It's going to be there soon enough. Bulldog has no Chronosphere for 40 seconds. Silence onto FN. They're starting to back up a Mag. Jumps in. Lasso onto S4. Loda trying to disrupt it with the Stone Gaze, and he might just do so. He's going to petrify FN. Has he actually got the damage to kill this man? He hasn't. The armlet toggle's there. FN's keeping himself alive. They've already lost 2 on Alliance. They've got to be careful that they don't lose Loda as well. They're backing him up, but FN with this armlet toggling. Look at the man go. He's moving in for more. Ready with the chase down. FN feeling like he's on top of the world. He's still got the Aegis as well. They'll take down Loda potentially now with the Concoction looking for more. The armlet toggle's not going to be successful this time. The Supernova's out. Loda's down as well. They'll find another. And Vega just going absolutely mental down the mid lane.
Oh, he did pick up Greaves.
He only just finished up on the Bristleback.
Oh, that was some great armlet toggling by FN over there.
It was very nice indeed.
And some lack of coordination by Alliance. They dumped the blast hit him while he was gazed. And
yeah, so it did nothing.
And then he armlet toggled immediately after. That's sad if you're Alliance.
This Alk is so rich. I just in comparison to the rest of the team as well. I mean, this is where an Alk should be, technically, if he's having a great uninterrupted game, and that's pretty much exactly what it's been for FN. Coming up to 20k gold. I guess the numbers, this is a 1k per GPM at the moment. Let's have a look. Indeed it is. Over 1,000 GPM, just 20 minutes into the game on the Alchemist. It's an easy out game for FN. Picks up the Soul Booster, just over a K away from having that Octarine done as well. When will the farm stop for this man? At this rate, no time soon.
Especially if they keep pressuring the Deuce like this. All she has is Lincoln's plus a chat one. Oh, that's so disheartening.
A little bit of a different round than this out. There you go. I want to finish off this tier 1. And they'll get it. Alliance doesn't do anything there. EGM clips a couple with the Ice Path, but no follow through for now.
Dire's top tower is under attack.
I like the coil plus binding light combo that they've been running.
Octarine at 20 minutes, and what a build for FN. Well, they've actually, if they can kill FN here, it's a big one by FN. He's already got backup coming in. He's trying to work on Bulldog. Bulldog time walks away. Supernova on the sidelines in reaction to the Dream Code. Can they take down the egg? They're trying, but now they've got to give up. They're not going to be able to get it. The Supernova stun coming out, catching 3. Blinding light from Ake, trying to force them back. Loda will petrify a couple, but they've already lost S4 on the pot. Ake in a bit of trouble as well here. The mechs come out from EGM. It's not enough heals. They've lost 2. No one a Mag beating down onto the Jakiro. EGM throwing out the Ice Path, but it's not going to be enough. Alliance lose a 3rd. The two remaining survivors, Bulldog and Loaded, just on the retreat. And again, they try and go on FN. FN, he says it's nothing but a scratch. And again, the Supernovas as well. This time, the fact that the Phoenix was level 11. Say Shimmer the Slayer was still level 6. Sorry, I had level 1 in the ult. They would have killed him, but he's at that strong point now.
And that cursed ward. They scouted out the stacks the first time. Loda kind of had a run away because he was feeling that gank. And this time, Bulldog got stunned before he was able to really start the fight. And all of Vega just came in and cleaned Alliance up. Now it's getting really scary.
Double damage.
Oh, they really need a miraculous hold in a bit, because Vega, incredible amounts of power being built up.
Is he going to get an AC now? Is he going to give someone an axe?
He's going to go for a kill on S4 by the looks of it. S4 jumping out will be just far enough. Can't get the chase down. So S4 getting away with his life this time.
They really need to kill out, but if they solo chrono him, he'll get swapped out. So how do they kill him? Catch him at a good time with armlet toggle?
It really feels like they just don't have the damage. I mean, even with the fail and the magical burst, is that enough to kill him?
Bottom tower is under attack.
At this stage.
Because
and then, where's she scaling late game damage? We look towards Loda, but she said he's where a kind of a standard, you know, kind of a, it's going alright game is, but it's just going to not be enough to go toe-to-toe with this Alchemist Alliance. Onto the tier 2 mid, but...
One thing that I overlooked is that they don't have any physical damage to synergize with the Medusa ultimate.
Yeah.
A lot of times you have like a Sven, you have a Witch Doctor, something like that, so you can just tear people up if they get gazed, but Vega might even want to get gazed. Medusa doesn't do
protects
any
him,
damage.
yeah, it's like
okay.
enter stone form. Save us.
Dire's top tower is under attack.
I thought that was like kind of the alternate form of Enter God mode.
I guess it is, isn't it?
The worst kind.
Yeah, Vega can certainly use some alliances spells to their advantage. There's no doubt about that. Now, BKB nearly done on this Bristleback as well. So I mean, Greaves, Vanguard, and BKB. This is your ideal frontliner. I mean, good luck killing the Bristol. Good luck killing the Alchemist. It already feels like the hero selections very good against Alliance's lineup.
There's another ancient stack available for the taking. Alliance do have vision superiority in the area. We see one gem on Arcade, no gem on the Dire side.
Roshan back up in a minute. Alliance will know that Vega are rooting it out as well. This scan. Shiva's Guard will be the item for the AUK. So I guess we are now at the point, Belm, where FN can start to think about building those Aghanims, really. Is there, there's nothing necessarily that he needs to swap out himself.
Who do you give it to first?
Yeah.
You could give it to Phoenix and save another person from Chrono.
Yeah. Yeah.
You could give it to Venge, so she is kind of useful. They're not really swapping people in, so it's not like she's really dying in these fights.
I mean, Phoenix with the Bristol could be nice, especially if he starts to run out mana.
Smoke wrap around from Alliance.
See if they can be successful there with this one. Trying to lead in, but already concoction out to Ake. No one, and FN looking for the lock. The Chronosphere comes out, catches out 3. Nice ultimate from EGM going down the sidelines. The Ice Path as well. Mag with the lasso, though. They've already found the Dream Core coming through from S4, but FN just living throughout this fight. They have found 2 so far, Alliance. Coming out on top. Can they play around this even more? On the bottom, no one walking it off incredibly low. FN coming in with the cut down. Bulldog. Got the time walk available, but EGM's been taken down, and as well, Bulldog to fall. Loaders on the retreat, Mag, no one, and FN hot on the case. And it's just this situation where they can't kill the AUK, they can't kill the Bristleback. And now Bulldog's brought back into this one, and he's going to be quickly sent back to his grave. A dieback done there from Bulldog. Mag, he's still got eyes on S4, forcing the puck back to the base. And we're just seeing at this point, even with what looked to be a good wraparound, great chrono into the spells of EGM's Jakiro, they just can't win the fight.
That was with Phoenix swooping in and getting chronoed. That's your ideal fight coming out from Alliance.
And that was before the Bristol had the BKB. He's got a BKB in the next fight as well.
Yep, and now you have to deal with a 6-slotted Alchemist 25 minutes into the game. If you ever have to run from a fight as Medusa, you lost the fight. So unfortunately, their lineup can just not stand and face tank Vega, nor can they burst any of their heroes.
There we have it. Alchemist, I believe, yes, he's just about to pick up the first Aghanims. As you said, it's going to be interesting to see where it goes. You'd put the bets on the Phoenix, though?
No, I think Bat Riders.
The Bat Rider, get the double lasso.
The Alliance have been pretty close together in these fights.
They have, indeed.
And they don't have a good way to break lasso. Why not? Bristle, I think, is also a viable option. If they want the goo everywhere. Let's see what FN thinks.
Where's it going to go? It looks to be it's Bristle. Ah, goes the way of no one. We're going to see the Bristle Axe come into play. Let's go, boys and girls. Let's go.
Scepter radius, 700. That's not that big, but it's big enough.
I mean, that's great. I mean, you know, the way that no one's been playing, and with that Scepter increase, this is a Bristleback that's suddenly 5k ahead of your Medusa. A huge gap between the two of them. 27 minutes in.
Oh man, that's so much minus armor for
Radiant's
everyone.
middle tower is under attack.
Then if he has AC, and then you have to deal with acid spray.
It's not a bad axe. We just don't see a lot because there's so many other items that a Bristle needs to fill his slots up with. He can't really afford to have a slot with the axe done, but by all means, if you've got an Alch and you can get on the Bristle, it's incredibly devastating, especially at 28 minutes into a game.
And you have one less button to click. You just press your blue button.
Yeah, you don't have to click on people. Just made Bristle a little bit easier to play. Wow, here we go with the lasso onto Ake. It's a nice 4-man chrono. Look at the Stone Gaze as well, but again, where's the damage to follow through? They're looking to take down the Ek, they will find it. Looking to Bulldog, Bulldog's gonna lose his life in return, and no one just running in with the Axe Goo. Sneezing on them all. Forcing back Alliance, they'll take the tier 3, S4 jumps in. Quickly jumps himself back out. No one will back off. They still have the Aegis, but they've lost 2 on that push, Vega. So Alliance will hold. I'm usually backing up. So Vega maybe wanted to be a little bit more careful next time that they go in for a push like that. Maybe losing a bit more than they hoped for. But still, it's a very hard defense for Alliance, as we saw. As Vega more than ready to just run past the racks and straight into the team.
Vega just know they're so far ahead that, yeah, whatever, we'll clump. We really just want to take a fight right now, and then they get 4-man chronode. Still, not the end of the world for them. Loda still with only 1 damage item. MKB. Yeah. Good versus Radiance, but that's about it.
I mean, it really is, as you said. They are getting the opportunity with these Chronos into Stone Gaze, but then it's you literally just have the Medusa hitting those heroes.
And then you have the magic damage for MKB, which Stone Gaze. I would like to see a Butterfly so we can just stand there in fights. The Lincolns is just, I don't know the interaction between the Axe Goo and the Lincolns, but prior to that, it can just easily be popped by the Bristleback, who is not afraid to go with the Medusa.
Because it's AoE, I don't know if it necessarily popped. Yeah.
I think it
does. Do you think it's?
I don't know. This is like one of the first times I've seen Ags.
It's not a common occurrence in competitive, yeah, for sure.
I like watching him do everything.
It's very satisfying. Good sound as well. There's your second axe. Whose way is it going this time? Let's have a look. He's sending it straight down. He's of course going to have to get his own self down there. There he is. It's going to go the way of Shoma. So now, Ag's turn on the Phoenix, and as you said, a lot of good targets. If anything, just allowing no one to run in, tank it all, coming in, filling him back up with the health and the mana. Which he is going to bite through, of course, having the Ags on the nasal goo. He's going to be wanting to spam that in the fight. So giving someone like him a second life could be pretty big. Vega now with the lockdown onto the racks. How are you going to stop this? Alliance, barely tickling them there with the Medusa. Jumps in, gets the 2-man Dream Coil. Nice bounce back as well, making sure the stun connects. They've managed to get no one fairly out of position. Doesn't really care too much. Actually still tries to fight it into Loda, but this man, he's got an Aegis. Can they even kill him once here? No one. Just running around. Waltzing around the side of Alliance. He doesn't give a damn at all. Finally, the Aegis will be popped, but it's created the space for Vega to finish off the melee racks. And there's no way that they're killing this man a second time. No one starts to walk off. Silence from S4. FN stands his ground, and with the help of no one, they should be able to finish off the ranged racks here as well. Vega will still need to take down 2 tier 2s. The stun. Actually got the lockdown onto Loda now with the BKB from no one. Thinking about committing. Supernova comes through. He's going to start to work his way down. Can they get this a slow from the goo? The Supernova stun comes through onto free. And Vega blow up Alliance. Triple kill for FN. 4 to fall. Vega, they know they've got the opening. 3 buybacks unavailable for Alliance, and they go straight for the tier 4s here. No messing as Vega look to secure this game free in this upper bracket series. As Alliance, they just never really hit it off this game. The draft was good, the execution was even better. FN, this game, 28,000 net worth, 32 minutes in. Tier 4s to fall. Vega are on to the base. They're trying their best. S4 coming in with a Dream Coil. Solo getting bursted low, but Loda ripped to shreds by Vega. No mercy here from the CIS side. And that is GG, ladies and gentlemen. Vega take the series 2-1.
That was really cool seeing everyone get gooed up, and then they're like, run away from the egg.
And then the sun.
That was a great initiation. They had the coil into the blinding light. That was an Ag's coil, but those 2 strength heroes just kind of stood there like, whatever, I don't even care. And then saw Mag come from the side, get that great lasso onto Bulldog, and they just did not have enough damage.
They did indeed. Alliance today, they've certainly turned up. They've given us a strong performance. Great showing against Fnatic. They certainly had a good attempt against Vega. At least the first 2 games were relatively close, but this game 3, I mean, what was it? Was it just the fact that they couldn't do anything about the Alchemist, or looking at the heroes the Alliance have got, could they have done more earlier on to stop FN's progression? He had a great time at the start.
I think their mentality was like, oh, we have a farming Keeper to Light. That jungle cuddle is good, right? Generally, you're okay with the laning phase if you have a jungler, but against an Alch is a completely different story. Oh, he's working on his Ags, and boom, you have Radiance, Armlet, Soul Ring, BOTs when he has his Ags. So you're trading 1 item for like 3. Not a good trade at the end of the day.
It didn't work out at all, and indeed, Vega taking the series, ladies and gentlemen. We're going to head to a short break, but we'll be back in a couple of minutes to talk more about the series and to lead you into the final series of the day, which will be OG versus Complexity. Don't go anywhere.